Welcome to your Learn C lab. In this video, I want to show you a working example of what you have to do. So it's pretty simple. You just run your program. The program will ask for an input or a line of input, and I'm just going to say, hello, how are you today? And when you press enter, you'll see each word of your input separated or printed out individually on a line by itself, demonstrating that you've been able to tokenize this line. Now, tokenizing is just separating each word out individually. Now, this lab will get you started on your shell lab, which will be due later on, because the first thing that the shell lab will have to do is read in input and divide it by spaces. So hopefully this will help you learn C, and it will get you started on a lab that you'll have to turn in later on. Now, to help get you started, I've given you this code with some pseudocode for you to finish filling in. And make sure you read the hints on the assignment page, but just to point some things out, when the hints talk about using a constant in C, this is how you declare a constant, and then this is how you would use it later on. It's basically just like a replace. Wherever we see buffer size, that will get replaced with the number right here. Now, I want to also point out that you need two loops in your program. The first loop should tokenize your string, and it's going to be a while loop because you don't know how many tokens are in it yet. And then your second loop should probably be a for loop that'll go through all the tokens and print them out. What some students have done in the past is they've not included this for loop. They just printed out their tokens in this while loop, but they did nothing to save the tokens away. So it's like they tokenized their string, but then they threw everything away. And now when you want to refer to the tokens later on, you can't refer to them. So in this loop here, you want to tokenize your string. And then in this loop, you want to print them out to verify that you've saved them all away. Now, hopefully you've watched the Introduction to C video, but whenever you create an array in C, you also are going to need something to tell you the size of that array. That's why I have this integer here. This integer will increment it each time we find the number, each time we find a token. That way, when we're done tokenizing it, we'll know exactly how many tokens we have. And now if we don't do that, there's no way to ask this array here how many strings it is storing. Now, by the way, this is an array of strings, and this is an array of characters or a single string.